Alright, what is up guys? So today I'll be going through some tips and tricks on fighting the two Thanoses that are in this month's Uncollected Event Quest. So first off, in my opinion, this is the easiest and somewhat quickest method to take them both down. So I'm introducing you guys the stun tactic, and basically for this to even work, you have to have at least a Hulk, Quake, and Hawkeye to make this easier for you, since the synergy with Hawkeye and Quake grants you an additional 15% ability accuracy, and that can really help you to increase the chances of you landing a stun on your opponent after every SP1 and SP2 of yours. So very quickly I'll just go through some of his abilities. His Awaken ability doesn't really do that much. We move on to Infinity class, where if you use an Avenger, after 10 seconds you will receive the class advantage for the rest of the fight. So I guess there's no reduction in attack if you're using an Avenger. So next up we have Infinity Gauntlet, where there is a lot to absorb. But basically Thanos doesn't gain any power if you hit him, he only generates a bar of power after every 10 seconds. When at 95% health, he's kept at 1 bar of power, 65% health, 2 bars of power, and at 30% health, 3 bars. And whenever he uses a special attack, it will only cost him a bar of power. Moving on to his passive ability, whenever he's at 40% health, he's immune to stun, and his Gauntlet prevents you from using power control gems against him. With that, I'll just show you guys the fight against him using Hulk, and meanwhile I will just explain his Special 1, Special 2, and Special 3. When you enter the fight, the first 5% of his health is rather easy, and you can just take him down with a parry, go for a 5-hit combo, or just intercept your way down to 95% health. And as you can see, I just got the class advantage on me. So yeah, just continue intercepting until he's down to 95% health, and it is right about now. So I'll explain more on his SP1, which activates his Genesis Aura, and that works somewhat like Mephisto's Aura of Incineration. So if you're nearby, you'll receive damage, and that damage dealt will be transferred to Thanos, and he will regenerate that amount of damage. So very soon he'll use his SP1, and Bush activates his Genesis Aura. So the white icon beneath his health bar is his Genesis Aura, and I parried here, and there's the red timer, so that indicates that Genesis Aura is disabled for 3 seconds. But do keep in mind that after the red timer expires, and if the Genesis Aura is still activated, you will still receive damage afterwards. So yeah, you can just dash back, wait until it expires, or just parry again and go in for another 5-hit combo. So one benefit of the stun tactic is that you can just fire off your SP1 as much as possible to get the stun, instead of baiting out his SP1, dragging the fight, parry, and go for a 5-hit combo and whatnot. So yeah, if you have Hulk, just get to more than a bar of power, and ensure that before you use your SP1, there's a Fury buff on you to extend the stun to 3 seconds instead of 2, so that you can apply 2 5-hit combos before you use another SP1. So very easily, after numerous SP1 and 5-hit combos, he's almost down to 65% health, and at this point, swipe back and tappity tap away for your 5-hit combo. And the reason for swiping back after his animation is because controls are inverted, and by swiping back you are actually dashing forward, and that is your first 5-hit combo. So for the rest of the fight until he reaches 40% health, you can actually just continue using the stun tactic for your 5-hit combos. Otherwise, you can just bait out his SP2, which is rather easy and fun. To evade it, simply swipe back, forward, forward, and you are done. However, if you evade the last projectile quick enough, you can dash in for an intercept to revert the controls back to normal. So right here he's about to use his SP2, and this will be your fingers motion. Swipe back, forward, forward, and back, and tap tap for your 5-hit combo. And I just want to pause here and bring you to another time of mine to show you guys that when Thanos reaches 40% health, he becomes stun immune and he will just shrug off his stun. So do take note not to continue your second 5-hit combo if you are using Hulk. For the last 10% before he reaches 30% health, you can bait out his SP2 or do the 4-hit intercept, but since Thanos is a larger opponent and his reach is further, try dashing back and use a light attack since it's faster than a medium. Now if you are not able to intercept his SP2, just tap, tap, tap and hold block until the timer for inverted controls expires, and then you can just resume intercepting him. So right here I'm saving up my SP3 since he's about to activate the Nick Stone, and I was thinking I should only use it when my health is low because of Hulk's awakened ability, but then I kind of forgot that I wanted to do that, so I immediately used it right after he reaches the 30% animation mark. So afterwards I was struggling to get an intercept in order to gain the safeguard buff, which prevents you from losing more than 25% of your max health when getting hit by his SP3. If you're using Hulk or any other Avengers, the damage dealt will only be at 10%, so I'm at 27%, and after his SP3 I was brought down to 17% health. So right now I'm only able to survive one more SP3 from him before I get knocked down. So yeah, the last 30% of his health is where you have to survive a lot of SP3s and be very good with your intercept in order to gain the safeguard buff or even take him down to 0% in one shot. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring him down in one shot with Hulk, and before I go through how to take down his last 30%, which I think Seaton, the Man of Legends, has already done it, I will just go through some things you need to take note of when you're using Start Enhance against Thanos. Okay, so if you're using Start Enhance for the stun tactic, you have to have a Miles Morales to pair him up for synergy so that the stun duration is extended for an additional 30%. And I just brought in Vulture and Electro for some extra crit and attack, and Gwenpool, who will be the key champ to take down the last 30% health of Thanos. Now if you have Blade, you can just bring him in so that Start Enhance at least starts off with 3 poise charges, but anyways, you don't really need that. You can just parry, take him down to 95%, where Thanos will activate his Genesis Aura, and during the first and second SP1 of his, you can actually just build up your poise charges up to 10. So yeah, another thing to take note is that when you parry, use a medium and medium so that you can actually fit in one more 5-hit combo, which makes the total attack of your parry 7 hits. And if you use your SP1, apply a medium light medium or a medium light light medium, and afterwards apply another 5-hit combo. So that will bring your total hits of one SP1 up to 8 or 9 hits. But of course, this also depends on your mastery build, and you have to have 3 points in Stupefy so that your stun at least lasts 0.5 seconds longer in order for you to get more hits while he's stunned. So yeah, just continue this stun tactic until he's down to 65% health, and before you reach 65%, you can actually just build up his SP1 so that you can actually take the time to build up your poise charges. As you can see right here, I built out SP1, build up my poise charges up to 10 before I parry him and take him down to 65%. So if you remember, swipe back once the animation is done in order for you to dash in for your first 5-hit combo. Now afterwards, I didn't really try to intercept, because whenever I apply a taunt debuff on Thanos, he will have a 70% higher chance to use a special attack. So yeah, whenever you use Start Enhance, it's best to not intercept him while he's taunted. You can still go in for a 5-hit combo after his SP2, but try not to do the 4-hit intercept afterwards since he will be taunted and has a bar of power. So pretty soon he's gonna be at 30%, and you will see that I apply a taunt debuff on him before he enters the 30% animation, And right here I was idle for 1 second and it refreshes the taunt. So yeah, he uses his SP2 and I went in after that because I totally forgot that he was unstoppable unless I intercepted one of his dash attack. But yeah, that wasn't the point. The point is that whenever he's taunted, you have to be really quick on your toes to prepare to swipe back and evade any SP1 or SP2. So yeah, I was brought down to 30% from 50 and I tried to get an intercept, but yeah, panicked, used an SP2, but luckily I managed to get an intercept afterwards. But he didn't use his SP2, so we go in for another SP3, which will bring my health down to 5% since he's not an Avenger. And look at this, I went in for a light attack and he uses his SP2, but luckily the evade mechanic saved me there and I didn't get wrecked. So yep, intercepted, used a SP2, hoping they will crit, but it didn't, and I didn't have any taunt debuff on him, so he's not gonna use his SP2, so I heavy attacked him and darn it! Went in for the final SP3, which brought my Spidey down. And yep, if only my stuck Spidey was at rank 5, level 50, he will probably bring him down in one shot in that fight, since he only had 3% health remaining. So yeah, I did a video way back showing how insane Gwenpool's Awaken ability is and the number of SP3 she's able to tank provided that you don't get hit. So she is perfect for this since the only thing that matters now is to intercept well and take down the remaining 30% of Thanos' health. But yeah, you'll see her a little bit more in action against the second Thanos. So the abilities of the second Thanos is the same. The only difference is that the Special 1, Special 2 and Special 3 works differently, and I'll just go through each one of them when I'm in the fight against Thanos. So yep, I revived my Spidey and heal him up before entering the fight. And once again, you can just apply the stun tactic on the second Thanos as well. So yep, it's just a matter of parrying and bring him down to 95%, bait out a SP1, beat out your poise charges, get close to 2 bars of power, and just carry on with the stun tactic all the way to 65% health. I'll just talk more about his SP1, Evolution Stone. So when he reaches 95% health, and whenever he uses his SP1, he activates his Evolution Armor, which causes bleed damage. So with stuck Spidey, you don't want to hit him when he has that active. And there it is, the rate timer that is ticking down under his health bar. So the icon next to it is the 4 seconds countdown, where Thanos will activate his auto block for 1 second, and for that 1 second, the countdown for that auto block will turn blue. So if you happen to hit him during that icon, he'll be able to auto block and regenerate a portion of his health. Okay, so he's down to 65% health and he'll activate his Nightmare Stone. And normally if you're not using Start Enhance, you can actually dash in for an intercept right after he's done with his animation. But yeah, we can't really do that since we have Taunt debuff on him. So his SP2 is just evading the first blast and evading the ones that are highly saturated. You can actually see the difference pretty easily, and right here you can see that he used his SP1 right after his SP2. So yeah, there's really no way to safely get an intercept. But let's say you decide to go in after evading the projectiles, you have to take note that you can only perform one 5-hit combo before his evade mechanism kicks in after 4 seconds from using his SP2. You want to make sure not to hit him when he has that evade mechanism on, otherwise he'll leave you stunned for 1 second if he evades, and yeah, in that 1 second he'll just totally wreck you. So I actually went in for an intercept right after this SP2, and you see that I just totally risk it. You know, he could have used his SP1 on me, but he didn't, so thank God. But yeah, his SP1 is up next, so I couldn't go in since the evolution armor is on and I would receive bleed damage. But yeah, I went in for another intercept right after his SP2 since I didn't have any taunt debuff on him this time around. So yeah, that definitely worked out. So his last animation at 30% health is the Death Stone, and he gains Death Touch for a certain amount of period, and if you get hit during this period, be it a block damage, a parry or whatnot, you will be killed in an instant. And this is where Gwenpool comes to save the day. So after you activate the animation, dash in for your first 5-hit combo and not parry. Alright, I totally forgot about the Death Touch right there and just got wrecked. But anyways, dash in right after the animation. You can intercept if you like, or you can play it safely. It's really up to your playing style. So yeah, the reason why I'm using a 3-star Gwenpool is because my 4-star version is currently in AWOL defense at the point of recording this video. So yeah, her sick level doesn't really affect anything. So long as she's awakened, she will be able to do the job and tank as many SP3s as possible. So right there, I don't know how he managed to block my SP1. So yeah, I just got wrecked there. And here's another mistake of mine where I dashed back too early and got clipped by his medium attack. Another tip is after you survive his SP3, use a light attack to start off your 5-hit combo since it's faster and you can just rinse and repeat to take him down. Alright, and that is it for this guide on how to fight Thanos in the uncollected event quest mode. Hulk, Star-Enhanced Spidey and Star-Lord are definitely good options to go in for this fight, but Star-Lord, however, you will need a Gwenpool to take care of the last 30% health of Thanos, simply because when Star-Lord gets hit by his SP3, his damage per hit will not be as high since he lost his combo. So yeah, that is really it guys. I hope you guys find this useful. Like it and share with your friends if you enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys in the next video, which will be a crystal opening one, since Void is being added into the 5-star crystal. Alright, take care. Adios.